Hi FlossTube, it's Kim with Kim J Inspired. It is Saturday. It is just a few days before fall starts. Fall starts on Tuesday. I don't even know what the date is today. That's kind of terrible, isn't it? Thank you guys for joining me. This is a channel about cross stitch. We sometimes talk about life. We sometimes talk about other things. But yeah, this is number 12. I've moved around quite a bit, but I am back sitting kind of cross-legged on my couch today, which is the way that I normally sit when I stitch, except as I said, I normally face our television set back there. And I kind of like it. It's a gray day here in Georgia today, but fall is kind of fall. According to our weathermen, we're not expected to have any more days in the 90s this year. So that's great because I don't like the 90s. It's a little hot for me. So I can handle the 80s, but I'm a 70s kind of girl. That also goes for my musical taste. I enjoy 70-degree weather. It's supposed to be that way. My husband and I will be getting out as soon as I upload and finish this FlossTube. Thank you guys for subscribing. Those of you who have been with me for a long time, thank you so much. I love reading your comments. And some new people commented this week. It's so great to hear from you. And get to know you. I look forward to getting to know all of you too. Sometimes I have to watch FlossTubes late because I work a lot. We all know that. We've talked about this before. So I do try to keep up with all the FlossTubes as much as I can. Sometimes I get behind, but I do try to watch everyone. So I hope you guys had a great week and got a lot of stitching in. I didn't. And I think I have a couple of reasons for that. I was talking to my best friend Kathy on the phone yesterday, and I was telling her how, gosh, I was starting to put everything together for this morning. I was like, oh my goodness, I really didn't do a lot. Now, I think I told you guys last week that I was going to try to focus on 2 projects this week, and I should have finished them, but I just didn't. And I think that number 1, it was just because I was very busy with work. There's just a lot going on. Covering COVID and covering state government is just a very, very, very busy. A lot of stories to write, a lot of things to do with both of my jobs, so to speak. And then I am a kind of stitcher where I just like to do what I want. My kind of organizational style is I have my whips in 2 large clothes baskets upstairs in my office, craft room, son's bedroom when he's here. And they're kind of organized. And it's like when it's stitching time in the evening or on the weekends, I just go and pick up what I want. But I don't like pressure of trying to finish anything. That's why I don't do a lot of stitch-alongs or challenges, except for the monthly magazine challenge, which I love because I've been able to make it my own. That's been a great one. Because that's just how I stitch. That's how I've always done it. It's whatever I feel like it. It's sometimes if I'm close to a finish, I'll push myself on through it and feel that way. But most of the time, it's just whatever I want to do. If I want to start something that night, I start it. If I want to finish something, I finish it. Or if I want to just jump into something, that's what I do. So that might have been why I was kind of like not feeling it as much, because I was kind of like, oh, I want to get this finished, and maybe it just didn't seem as fun to me. So yeah, that's what I did. But I hope you guys had a much better week. I know a lot of guys, a lot of guys and girls, y'all love the challenges and you love to count stitches and count your hours, and I just don't. It just takes the fun out of it for me, I guess. In fact, my son, we were talking about floss tubes, and my son is really into photography and videoing and things, and we talk a lot. We're very close. You guys know he's in college, and we still talk. He calls me, and so we were talking the other night, and we were talking about videos and floss tubes, and he's like, Mom, you need to let me do all this stuff with your floss tube, do this lighting, do these fancy edits and all this. And I'm like, that sounds like work. No, if it ever starts feeling like work, I probably wouldn't be interested in it again, because I have a job, 2 of them actually, and I work very long days. But I may let him do a few little fancy edits and things like that on a future episode. So if you see anything fancy like inserts and things like that, that's my son, not something that I probably did. So I just enjoy inviting you guys into my living room and just chatting with you. That's what I like to do. Just like having you over here to hang out on Saturday mornings to stitch. So very simple, nothing fancy. And I like sharing things with you guys and doing the giveaways because it makes me happy to be able to share things with you guys. So, well, let's talk about it's not going to be a long show today. And I said show again, video. We call it the show around our house, okay? So if I say show, it's a video, whatever. Because as I said, I have only 2 whips. I don't have a ton of haul, no new starts. I didn't start anything this week, and I didn't finish anything this week. I normally keep these videos at about 30 minutes anyway, because I'm just thrilled you spend any amount of time with me, and I'm very thankful that you take time out of your day to listen to me ramble on for 30 minutes or so, or however long. And I want you guys to have time to live your lives and go watch other FlossTubers, because there are so many great FlossTubers out there that, and I want you to see them too, because we all have great, unique projects. I love seeing everyone else's work, and sometimes it enables me to buy more things. So let's talk about the whips this week. You guys have seen this one so many times, and no, it's still not finished. This is the Autumn Free Pattern from Tiny Modernist. You can get this online. I'll have a link in the description box below. Since we are going on a little jaunt today to kind of just see something, I may not have the description box finished until tomorrow. Usually I say that and I get it finished faster. So this is where I am now. I finished the other squirrel. I've started the pumpkin, but there's a little bit of frogging I have to do. I'm stitching this with all the called for DMC on this amazing, I like this fabric that I bought from Hobby Lobby, this checkered fabric. It's 32 count and it's an even weave. I am a little off on this little squirrel right here, and I had to fudge some things. I got off by half a stitch. I am not going to worry about it because this is for me, and I'm just going to let it be. I have an idea of how to finish this, and it's already up and already ready to be finished, fully finished. I'll probably finish this tonight, maybe, when the Braves are playing. Go Atlanta Braves. I'm so sad that the season was short, and I nearly cried when I found out the season was almost over, but oh well. So, you know what, I just hit this thing. You got a really good close-up of my face. Yes, I'm wearing makeup today. Strange, isn't it? It feels kind of strange. My second whip was also, it was a start, so I guess I kind of lied when I said I didn't have a new start. I told you guys last week I was going to be starting Pumpkin Queen by Stitching with the Housewives. I love the patterns by Priscilla and Chelsea. I was going to start another one of their patterns, but she's so cute, I had to start her. This is just on some 14 count black Aida, the chalkboard Aida. I have a lot of this in my stash, so I could do all of her designs. I actually, as you guys know, I was a member of her Jar of the Month Club through Fat Quarter Shop last year. So this is where I am. I don't know if this will be finished before Tuesday. As far as fully finishing it, Priscilla, I think on this one she has it done. Well, actually, here's the picture of it. She does. Priscilla showed this on these pumpkin tins that you can pick up at Walmart or Michael's. And I ordered one from Walmart, and when it came in, it's brown. It doesn't really match this. I don't like the way it looks. So I'll probably be figuring out a different way to finish that. But I do want to have that up, and she might be a centerpiece in our house for fall. Usually for the seasons, and I've been kind of bad about this lately, we have not a mantle, but it's a bookshelf that has a top, like a top to it, and it has a picture of my father in his Army uniform and my husband in his Air Force uniform, but in the middle I decorate for the seasons. So right now, and I'm going to pull this over, I stitched this about 22 years ago. Framed it myself. And you can see how terribly I framed it, but it's managed to hold up. This is an old Sweetheart Tree pattern that I think it was a freebie from a cross-stitch shop in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it was just on a little card. I can't find it now. I don't know what happened to it. But I stitched this, and it's kind of been the little, it sits up on the centerpiece of wherever I have lived for over 20 years. I also, as I've moved around the South, I have entered him in a ton of county fairs. Every time I was in a new community and a new fair, like I put him in, he's won me a lot of ribbons, and $5 sometimes. So that's what's up there now. That's an, as I said, that's an old finish from 22 years ago. So Anyway, so that is all the whips and finishes, and we're only 10 minutes in. So let's talk a little bit about haul. I'm going to show you this first because my husband, who is always sitting right there, is just dying to give this to me for some reason, even though it's not time. He's been showing me this since we started. Twin Peak Primitives, I love their stuff. I have, this is my third chart from them, and there's a lot more that I want. They came out with this, and I'm not sure if they're calling it Liberty or One Nation Under God or what the actual title of this, because I probably should have looked. But this chart, and this is on my husband's phone, and I don't know if you can see it. This came out this week. We had actually been watching for it. This is just amazing. I'm going to link to it below in the bottom. You can actually see my husband's pictures. A link of what he's been looking at lately, which is nothing bad. So, that pattern, it says One Nation Under God, and I had to have this. It says, and I'm going to read this, all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes, we are all created equal. I love that message, and I had to have this, and I knew when it came out. I am planning to stitch this on some 18 count oatmeal Aida that I have in my stash. And I don't know what the colors are because I honestly haven't gotten that far. I went ahead and did the measurement as to figure out if I was going to order fabric or if I had some in stash. And so I don't know as far as floss is concerned, and I don't know when I'm going to start it. It's a relatively large chart, and so that was part of my haul this week. We had to get that, and I loved it. I also did a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, which it seems like I do one every week here lately, and I have another one coming. In fact, I have 2 more coming, I think. So I had to have this. Hands On Design had put this out. I'm going to take this out of the packaging. This was a trunk show exclusive for a while back. So, and this is, and as Kathy said on the back of this pattern, the message is so on point for today. Reflect upon your present blessings. I absolutely love it. She's charted it in DMC, which I think I have on hand. I haven't even, this is one that's going to go in my stash just to be done whenever I feel like I have, you know, I'm in the mood for it. But I love it, and I had to have it, so I ordered it. And then the second one is one that I've had my eye on. I think the thing is I'm kind of really been spoiled with this no chart travels alone thing that some other floss tubers have said. So I've kind of followed it. This is Redbird Sampler. Get away from the glare. And I love Redbirds, as you guys know. I haven't been stitching on any of my Redbird patterns lately, but I do love them. And then after I bought this, I was thinking, you know, I gotta buy the Bluebird pattern. So I've got the Bluebird sampler. This is from Heart and Hand. It is on its way. And what I plan to do is I'm going to stitch them both, and I'm going to hang them together somewhere in my house, if I ever get a house, or my apartment. If we're still here, I may be still talking to you about buying a house a year from now, the way the real estate market is, if you guys know anything about the scarcity of homes and the prices, and the fact that I'm old and I don't want to buy something too big. So, but anyway, I do love this. Heart and Hand, just gorgeous. So, also, my plans were, I love stitching with the Housewives patterns, close enough. And I had already purchased, Priscilla had just a pumpkin pattern. And I had purchased the pattern, and I loved the variegation in the pattern. I decided not to do the DMC conversion, so I ordered the flosses for it from Garon Stitchery. They are so fast with their orders, and I heard other people saying this, so I decided to go ahead and get these. This has got some Milady's Teal in it, some Cupid, Snowball. Perfect Pie Crust is actually for another pattern that I'm working on, and so is Ye Olde Gold. 12 grain and Ribbon Red, which I think is also for another pattern that I'm working on. But anyway, they got it here super fast. But the thing is, I decided that I was going to wait and do that. I still may do that, still may stitch that if I feel like it during the fall season and put it up for next year, maybe even fully finish it for a while. Now we're getting to my favorite part of the stash this week. Hang on to your hats. I got 2 new project bags from Joyful Stitching ID. That's what she calls herself on Instagram. It's just Joyful Stitching. It's Deborah Y. Look at this. I had to order this one. I loved it, and I'll tell you why and what's going in it when I get a moment. Look at the yellow. Yes, she also put some floss in there, and I haven't kitted this up yet. I have been watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter. I love them. I am not a sampler stitcher, though, really. But there is one from Hands Across the Sea. It's their smallest. It's Mary Woodward, and I've ordered it. And I'll try to link that down below if you could see it. If you're not a sampler stitcher, it doesn't look too much like a traditional sampler, and it's really cute. It's got some vibrant colors. So this bag is for that sampler, and I'm so excited. And I don't know when, again, don't know when I'm going to start these things, but that's what this bag is for. Now this bag, if you've been watching me, you probably know what this bag is for. Is this not? Deborah, you're so bad. As soon as you posted this, you had to know I was going to get this. This is a little Christmas flamingo bag. Now, you guys know I'm kind of obsessed with flamingos now. Look at that checkered pattern in there. I just love it. And Deborah surprised me, and I'm going to have a confession with you, Deborah. She included a little accessories bag with this, and I love it. I wasn't expecting it. So as soon as I saw the bag in the mail Monday, I ripped into it and got the 2 bags upstairs where I keep all my crafting supplies. And I was so excited. And sent her a note saying, oh my God, I love it, I love it. And she said, yeah, I hope you enjoy the little accessories bag. Oh my God, fly down the stairs, get the package out of the trash because I didn't know this was in there. And then pull that out and get the accessories bag. So Deborah White, thank you for this. I do love it. Now, I have ordered the hands-on design Christmas flamingos, and they will go in this, and they will get started. As soon as those things come in, I think they may be here either this week or next week. I was talking to the vendor, I ordered them from a really nice lady, Needle Chart on Arts, I think, or I don't remember. I'll have to link her below. But I was talking to her about when they're coming in, and then because I wanted to go ahead and get all the floss, so she had added all the floss to my order, and I'll have everything good to go. I already have some fabric and stash that I've decided to do them on. And once I start that, I'll show you all of that. So, anyway, that is it for the week, and we're at 17 minutes. You guys know I like to keep them at 30 because, as I said, I want you to watch all the other great FlossTubers out there, and I know you guys have lots of things to do, just like we all do. A lot of responsibilities, a lot of things going on. As far as plans, I kind of told you guys about plans. I do plan on finishing up these 2 projects sometime this week and getting them out for fall. Then I don't know. I may go back to working on my DMC free flamingo pattern that I love so much, that you guys have seen, that's on the Picture This Plus Crystal Dwarf blue shiny fabric. I love that one so much. I don't know. Just depends. But I'm probably going to work on these 2 fall patterns this weekend, probably get both of them finished, and then I could just do whatever I want next week. I'm also wanting to start getting some of my Christmas stitching done, some of my decorations, getting some of those things finished. So, all right, let's talk about giveaways. I loved all your comments, but nobody said pumpkin. This week, I'm giving away a $10 Etsy gift certificate because I want you guys to be able to stitch these wonderful things. I didn't even bring the comments downstairs with me. That's just crazy. But but Hoodlums ×4, that's your YouTube name. You won the $10 Etsy gift certificate, Hoodlums ×4. My email is in the description box. If I don't have the description box up yet, it's in all my description boxes from the past couple of weeks. Email me so that I can get this Etsy gift certificate to you for $10. You can buy 2 Stitching with the Housewives tarts for that if you like Stitching with the Housewives. I love them. I hope you do buy at least Queen Pumpkin. They came out with Ghost in a Cup in their What's in My Cup series this week, and they have another cute little cat. I like the cat. I may get that for next year, but I think I'm kind of about done with my fall stitching. So, next week, the giveaway. Yes, it's our bag, and I'm so excited. This has been upstairs waiting for me to bring it down. Joyful Stitching, Deborah Y. And Deborah, please forgive me for I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, so I'd rather not murder it. This is the bag that we're giving away this month. I love it. Look at this. It says Happy Holidays. It has the truck on it. Look back here. at the gorgeous fabric inside. I love that green. Has this, and oh, bonus, you get the accessory bag. Okay. So, we love these little red trucks. So here is the deal for this week. I just want you to tell me a story that you have involving a truck. If you don't have a story, just say the word truck in your comments. So, truck. I think sometimes you guys don't hear the word of the week, or I don't know, maybe I do talk fast. So, just say the word truck. You could tell a story about a Christmas truck. You could tell a story about a truck that you had. My husband and I had a truck up until about 2 years ago in a couple of months. It was huge. I loved that truck. It was a gorgeous color blue, but I just hated the fact that it was hard to park anywhere you went. And there's some stories about that I am not going to share, about some parking difficulties we've had in different cities back when we traveled a lot. So, once again, I don't want you guys to forget truck. And whoever, we'll do a drawing for this really great project bag. Her bags are so well made. I love the way they feel. They hold up very well because Lord knows I abuse them and toss mine around. I don't even know, Deborah, how many I have from you. And my husband doesn't know, but he knows now that I just ordered another one from you. Which I'll show. It should be here next week. You guys will see my latest bag from Deborah because I couldn't resist it. I was trying not to order until October, but I couldn't resist it. And yes, we will have another one of her bags to give away. We do this every single month. We announce it on the 3rd Saturday of the month. We give it away on the 4th Saturday. So if you don't watch any of these Floss Tubes, you're going to want to watch the 3rd and 4th Saturdays so that you know what wonderful bag that we are going to give away from Stitching ID. Well, Joyful Stitching. Again, Deborah, I am trying to say your Instagram name. She is linked below so that you can get all of her information. I was in her Etsy shop. Normally, how I find out what bags I want from Deborah is I follow her on Instagram, and sometimes, boy, I get lucky. She'll email me something and tell me through Instagram. She'll send me a message and I'll see something. That's how I ended up buying one this week. She showed me something. Well, I sent her a note saying, hey, if you ever find any fabric like this, of course, she sends me back a note. I'm like, well, that's it. I'm getting that right now. I'm not waiting until next month. So, anyway, yeah, since we didn't really have a drawing, Steve is not drawing, but you know what? I know you guys like seeing him, so Steve is going to come and say hello. He's like, is it my time? Is it my time? He sits over here patiently every day and watches me shoot these. Say hello, Steve. Oh, he's sitting down. Hello. Hey! So, we have been watching the Braves a lot this week. We are really excited. Last night, I think they were close to doing that record. Was it 29 runs they had?
It was 29-9 against the Marlins. And last night it was 15-2 against the Mets.
I fell asleep before that game was over. It seemed like it was going on forever, and I fell asleep. So Steve is a really good husband. I keep telling him he needs to stitch, but I don't think that he's going to do that. And that's okay because he doesn't have to, because Lord knows I stitch enough for both of us at times when I have the time. But
I try to keep her in stitches too.
He does. He does. He does keep me in stitches in so many different ways.
Sometimes not wanting to.
Yeah, sometimes not wanting to. So guys, thank you for joining us. Everybody, I love talking to everybody, getting to know people. I love everybody. If you look at my Facebook friends list, it's funny, I was looking at it the other night, how I know different people and where they're from, and I love it, and I think that is what makes FlossTube fun for me. Steve was asking, we were having this kind of deep conversation about all the things we were doing in life, and we kind of talked a lot about stitching, and he's like, well, why are you doing the FlossTubes? I said, you know why I'm doing them? Because they're fun, and I like meeting people, and I don't care about anything else but having the relationships, getting to meet people, enable people with shares and giveaways, and just having a good time. And if I ever stops being fun, that's when I'll stop doing it. Right?
Right.
So, anyway, I want to emphasize, I want you guys to win this. I want a lot of people to enter because I'm so excited. Say the word truck. Tell me a story about a truck, and to be entered in this bag giveaway, which we'll give away next week. And I already have my giveaways and shares all lined up for the next couple of months. I've got another pretty good one coming next week too. Hoodlums ×4. Don't forget to give me your information. You said the word pumpkin last week. You win the $10 Etsy gift certificate that I will get to you. So, Again, thank you so much for watching. I do not want to ramble on anymore. Steve, do you have anything to say?
No, just everybody have a great week and just be careful out there.
That's from a 70s or 80s show, I think. I don't remember which one. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching and love to all. Bye-bye.